everyone has an opinion about Canadian federal politics.
And clearly the lack of ring of truth, as I've indicated. So on the issue of what was reported this morning in the global news, did you take it upon yourself to reach out to your former partner and ask for clarification as to who this other Randy was?
So, Mr. Brock, on that particular point,
yes or no, sir? Did you reach? I've got 3 minutes.
Hey gang, what's up? Just Aaron right here. How y'all doing? So, what's up with Randy Bolsonaro? Is there 2 Randy Bolsonaros? Is there, how many Randys are there? You've heard about this story where he owned a company, 50% of it, and his company was doing some very illegal things, and he doesn't know. Apparently, there was text sent to a Randy that worked for that company, but he doesn't know. That's the other Randy, but they can't find out who this Randy is. Anyway, so he gave testimony in committee on Tuesday, then he was hiding on Wednesday. Today, Thursday, he shows up in Parliament, and the House kind of fell out of line. It's been out of line for a while, yes, but today it certainly was more off the rails than regular, and the Liberals seem to be laughing this off. It's no laughing matter. If I were a Liberal, I'd be wanting to know who this other Randy is too, not just believing some story without proof. Anyhow, let's jump into the first part right when Randy gets back. Melissa Lantsman's going to kick it off for us here. She's from Thornhill. She's deputy leader of the opposition party. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look. It's nuts.
Member from Thornhill.
Another day, and we're still waiting for the Minister of Employment to introduce us to other Randy, the one who was cashing checks from a company that was lobbying the government, winning contracts, and using the minister's name to do it. That's not allowed. It's illegal. The text messages reveal that someone named Randy at the minister's company was part of a $500,000 fraud. So will the employment minister finally get up on his feet and tell everyone the super secret identity of the other Randy?
The Honourable Minister for Employment and Workforce Development.
Mr. Speaker, I am all too happy to set the record straight. I have had no role in this company since being elected in 2021. Regarding the day in question, I have shared my phone records to the committee and with the Commissioner, which confirms that I am not the person in this story. Mr. Speaker, I have said it. The companies have said it. And now I've proved it. I was not involved. Mr. Speaker, let's get back to working for Canadians and focusing on the real issues.
The Honourable Member from Thornhill.
The minister hasn't proved a single thing. We're looking for who he called the other Randy. I'm pretty confident that we don't actually have to look very far because the other Randy might be right here. The one who broke the Conflict of Interest law, the one who broke the Lobbying Act, and who broke the Criminal Code. So will the employment minister from Edmonton let us know if Randy is in the room?
The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister just answered that question.
That's right.
The Honourable Member from Sherwood Park, Fort Saskatchewan.
Speaker, here's a story that is a bit randy about a Liberal's excuse that seemed just too handy. Blame others for failures they just could not resist. But if you're going to blame someone, be sure they exist. The Employment Minister continues to blame the mysterious other Randy for his ethical trouble. Meanwhile, after 9 years, all this country's problems have actually been caused by the other Justin. Will the person responsible for this scandal, will the real Randy please stand up? Stand up!
I'm going to encourage members not to skate too close to the line in terms of referring to other members by their first names. I understand that that on the first name that was mentioned, that would made sense, but it's the second name that was mentioned that is just skating a little bit too close. The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
So, Mr. Speaker, we just got an interesting little behind-the-scenes insight into how this works over there. The minister stood up and comprehensively swatted away all these questions. What followed was 2 more questions that those members are so proud of wittily writing in the morning and rehearsing in front of the mirror that they just have to get it off their chest, Mr. Speaker, even though it was answered 2 minutes ago. That's what's going on in this House. They don't want to talk about lower interest rates. They don't want to talk about 8 out of 10 Canadians being better off. That opposition just wants to talk about their stuff.
What did I miss yesterday?
The honourable member for Louis Hébert.
So gang, Greg Fergus, right? Man, he's some thick. What happened yesterday? Like, it's funny. What's going on here isn't funny. If I were a Liberal, I'd be wanting to know what is going on. Anyhow, I'm going to take the chance to invite you to like, subscribe, share, comment, get notified, all those fun things. We have a blast here learning about Canadian federal politics. That's it. Back to the show. We're going to watch Stephen McKinnon. He is hard to watch and listen to, man. What an obnoxious piece of whatever. Something.
J'ai déjà demandé une fois.
I've already asked this once, please.
The Honourable... Merci. The Honourable Member from St. Albert, Edmonton.
Mr. Speaker, contrary to the Minister's representation, he has not turned over all of his phone records and text messages. Text messages reveal that someone named Randy from a company that the Minister of Employment has a 50% interest in was involved in a business deal now mired in allegations of fraud. The Minister says it wasn't him, it was some other Randy. Trouble is, no one can identify who that other Randy is. So has the Minister in the past 48 hours pored over the employment records of the handful of employees at his company to find Randy?
The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
Just when we thought we had heard from the final member who was practicing all morning in the mirror, up stops another one to look straight into the camera over there and relate a question that was just answered several minutes ago. I think these people over there need to be a little more agile. The minister has answered the question.
The Honourable Member from St. Albert, Edmonton.
Mr. Speaker, if the Minister is for Randy in the text messages, then the Minister broke the law, including contravening the Conflict of Interest Act. It shouldn't be difficult to find the other Randy if he exists. If the Minister didn't break the law, then where's Randy?
Here, here. The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
I just want to remind the member that I'm over here, not over there. But, Mr. Speaker,
to remind all members
you got crooks over there.
That questions should be addressed through the chair, but members can look where they wish to ask or answer questions. The Honourable Minister, Leader of the Government, has 24 seconds left on the clock.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister has responded comprehensively to all of these questions. And what I find a little off-putting in the tone and tenor of the member's question is that in this place we are all to presume each other to be honourable. That is not what that member did, and that member should carefully consider the kinds of words that he uses in this House.
The Honourable Member from Sturgeon
Mr. Speaker, Superman.
Sturgeon River Parkland.
Randy. We know the identity of these fictional characters, but Canadians want to know who's Randy. The the mysterious Randy is in control of a fraudulent company called Global Health Imports, and his business partner, Stephen Anderson, says that he's a public official. And by pure coincidence, the Minister of Employment by the same name founded Global Health Imports and is a 50% shareholder. Now, we just heard the minister say that he's not involved, but isn't he at all curious about who this Randy fellow is that's committing fraud at a company he owns 50% of? Why won't he tell us who this Randy is?
The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
Well, I'm glad, Mr. Speaker, that this segment has been brought to you by what goes on in the House of Commons. Because here we have yet another Conservative member who toiled over this witty text all morning, looked in the mirror, hoped the leader was there, because if the leader were there, he might be noticed by him. Then he's going to put it on Facebook. But what he won't do is put this answer on Facebook, happily saving me from 1,000 trolls online. But this member should know better that he asked those questions and presumes the dishonor about this West member.
Hey, listen, Canadians don't care about
Order.
this game.
Order, please. The Honourable.
I don't know what to think about all of that, gang. Do you think there's another Randy? Or is there just two versions of Randy Bolsonaro? What a disaster that would be. How about Steve McKinnon? Is he ever hard to watch? So smug and arrogant and just pretentious, man. What a phony guy. Like, how did he ever get there? I don't know. This Liberal cabinet, the NDP coalition, we need an election, that's for sure. Canadians are looking for it. 70% of us are, at least. That's it. Come and join us during one of the live shows that we do. My name's Aaron, Question Period Canada. Like, subscribe, share, get notified, comment, all those fun things. I love the comments. We do have a fun chat room while we're doing the live broadcast. It's worth checking out, so you're invited to come and see one of those. Thank you for watching this video. We've got something else floating around here I'm sure we could check out. That's it. We're going to get out for now. I wonder where this other Liberal scandal is going to go. We'll find out. We'll keep you posted. All right. Catch you next video, guys. Thanks for watching.